And I'm back with more Persona 4 Golden. It feels like forever since I played this because it kind of has been. I was focusing on finishing up Secret of Mana, and I did. So, now I get time to do this again. I believe last time, I somehow managed an amazing strategy against the mini-boss. Just make him panic and lose his turns and shit while I beat the crap out of him. So, should be able to finish up the climb towards Yukiko today. That's the hope, anyway. Because there's only like, what, 3 more levels to go? So we're at 6th floor. So yeah, things are going to get a little bit more hectic here. Let's see, Persona, level 11. And I'm level 11. What do I have? I need a Persona strong against fire, which I do not have right now. Because Archangel does not do that shit, I don't think. Nope. But hey. Oh boy, I still think fighting these guys is a terrible idea.
I smell 2 enemies.
It's not strong. Shut up, Ted.
Soda.
Oh no. Ow!
2 enemies left.
Sucks. See if I can pull this off. Yay! Well, that'll help. Alright!
Good move,
Wreck him.
John.
Yeah, couldn't quite beat it.
Uh-oh. He's gonna wake up, isn't he? Make sure he's dizzy. Yay! So... Awesome!
It's down.
That rule! So, I know this is after recording Secret of Mana, and
Someone finish it off!
I'm trying to figure out, this might show up before or after that recording. I imagine it's going to be before it.
Some thick skin.
But it might not be. But yeah, suffice it to say, I wasn't in the best frame of mind. It really kind of sucks, because I like Secret of Mana, but it was one of those games where I didn't like it the more I thought about it, and I just kind of used the last episode as therapy. And as a review, because I think I was more glowing to it the last time I played it. Which kind of sucks, because, again, I don't like complaining about games. At least too much. At least I try not to. Doesn't mean I don't do it, because I think it's one of those things where the game itself is better in memory than I think it actually is. And I just realized that the more I played it. And now that I'm not playing it, I'm like, ah, okay. Man, I'm getting crits, love it. Because I understand this set of games more so than, more than Mana's system, because there's no real way to fuck this system up. Because this is straightforward RPG stuff. Uh-oh. Hey, hey! Damn.
It got back up. Hurry and beat it.
Ow. So again, I hope that, like, now that I'm into the Legaia and Persona phases of things, because I think Tales of Arise was the same way.
Just 1 enemy left.
I was just in that spot where the games I was playing were better in theory than they were in execution. Half experience, fuck you. This'll help. So now that I'm in stuff like Persona, where I'm in solid ground, where I know, oh, yeah, I'm never gonna complain about this game outside of a couple of social links. Let's fucking go, dude. It'll probably make for a better experience, because I'm not shortchanging the viewer, and not... Because that was something I was doing with Secret of Mana, was kind of just breezing on through it, rather than enjoying it. Because I just felt myself getting more and more frustrated. Because outside of stuff like this, where I'm, hey, why am I not hitting that guy? That's really fucking stupid. This is a risk. If I don't hit him, he's gonna hit me. I don't fucking care. Yay! It was worth the risk. But I do think that's fair. And that goes with what other games I plan to do. There's not going to be a time where I'm going to be 100% sure of a game even while I'm playing it, so... I guess that's a thing that's gonna happen. It's not intentional. It's just one of those sudden things that, oh. I knew Arise was coming. But I realized to myself that the beginning part of the game was strong enough that I wanted to show it off. Under the assumption that I knew that the ending was going to be a bunch of balls. Or at least, a bunch of balls to me. I don't know how anybody else felt about it. Secret of Mana was one of those things where you have it is rose-tinted glasses. So it's kind of like, do I really want to be complaining about this? And then I got talking with other people, and, you know, they kind of agreed. They were like, you know, we like Secret of Mana, but not that much. So they were even like, we were kind of shocked you were playing it, because these are things you don't remember. Even when playing it sometimes, you don't remember, oh, hey, I've been spending 5 hours leveling up magic. Hasn't my prince come yet? My dear prince, please hurry and take me away. Somewhere to where no one knows me. Aha! So she's... This place is only 7 levels, huh? Damn. I keep forgetting it's this short. Because other levels are like 10 to 12.
I smell 2 enemies! Beat them up!
I see 2 enemies, Teddy! Anyway, So yeah, I think it was fair that I realized I wasn't as bowled over with my experience as I thought I would be, which is obvious when I'm trying to play it. And, ow, you suck! But you go through those things and you think, okay. I mean, I wasn't bowled over by Final Fantasy VIII either, but I still enjoyed it more so than playing Secret of Mana. Now that I've done it. Now, that could be because I had Lee there as my co-host, or, you know, I just recognized it was probably a better-made game. I know that's gonna make Secret of Mana fans pissed, but... I mean, they both have their issues, let's face facts. For different reasons. No game is perfect. Even Persona. I'm willing to admit that. I go overboard with my Persona praise. But when you consider that Persona took over for what the fandom was for Final Fantasy, because Final Fantasy decided to be something else, that it wasn't what it was going to be anymore, which is well within their right, they can say, okay, we're going to make a game for people who are not Final Fantasy fans, but then they'll pull that shit like Final Fantasy 15's bumper screen, will they say, a Final Fantasy for Final Fantasy fans and newcomers alike. Like, you're casting a super fucking wide net there, and I don't know how many people you're servicing.
Someone else's turn.
Sure, Persona's not at that level, and it's never gonna be.
Someone else's turn.
But I would say Persona's character focus, in most cases, is a little stronger than Tales. But Tales is better served for other reasons. They're trying to do a different type of RPG.
Enemy reinforcements.
Oh
Hurry
no.
and beat
Where are we fighting that guy again? Crap. Oh boy. Well, I know how to get rid of you.
Counting on you. Persona! 3 enemies left. Persona!
So again, I think it's fair to criticize a thing if you're not enjoying it. And it's one of those things where I thought I would enjoy it more. Because I was enjoying it when I first played it.
Couldn't quite
And
beat
now I'm kind of like, now that I've played it, I'm like, I'm kind of glad I'm not playing it anymore. That seems kind of strange and wrong, though. Ow.
Give up, Yosuke!
Well, fuck you then.
I'm pissed now.
Because it seems strange to just say, well, I'm kind of happy that I'm not playing the thing I was supposed to enjoy.
2
But,
enemies left.
you know, it is what it is. I had a little buffer between that and Super Punch-Out, and I was enjoying that, so I was happy. But it's also important to just be aware that every game is different.
It's not.
couldn't quite beat it.
Oh no. Oh, thank God. You can get fucked.
Someone else's turn.
But that's fair. I'm basically saying, hey, I'm enjoying this way better than I would be Secret of Mana right now. Oh no. Oh no.
An enemy escaped. Just one left. For
That's great. Let's get rid of him.
Counting on you.
Or let's at least heal up, I guess.
One enemy. Fight! Fight! Fight!
This is a risk. Well, that didn't do a whole lot. Oh, well, good for me. I dodged.
Should we show?
Well, that would have ended in my death. I'm stupid. Oh well.
Someone else's turn.
Alright, let's get rid of this guy.
It's down. Good answer. Out of
But again, we are now out of that phase. So now that I'm recording Persona, I can focus on Persona. Strength. It's weird. Justice is strength. Anyway. I mean, that's fine, I guess.
All right, I leveled up.
Yeah.
I leveled up.
Yeah. But again, some people might be like, well, why are you hating on your own game that you were planning on enjoying? You know, that's totally fair. But I think I made my thoughts pretty clear while I was doing the run-up to Secret of Mana's ending. And now that I'm in Persona, I've got a lot of time to think, okay, what does Persona offer? What is Legend of Legato?
2 enemies.
Damn it. This might be a risk. Oh, maybe not.
Sensei.
Yay!
Broke.
Good, I found it. Okay. But, what does Persona offer? Well, it offers a more traditional JRPG experience. And this was borne out in Persona 5. Basically, Persona 4 and Persona 5 are the same. Persona 5 has just better quality of life elements.
There
That's
are 2 enemies. Hang in
one
there.
of the benefits.
Throw down.
I'm not saying any of...
Someone else's
I would say
turn.
mechanically 5 is better, but Persona 4 has better characters, better... I'd say better overall story, even if it's a smaller scale. Because I think 5 kind of... Like, 4 and 5 both die off in the middle. Because they give you a lot of free time in between story segments. Alright, more strength, I don't care. But that's the nature of the social link system. They give you a lot of social link stuff to counteract a lot of the JRPG stuff. I was playing Soul Hackers 2, which is basically Persona without the social link element. And why are you fighting me so much, you motherfucker? Sorry.
Good work, Sensei. That's one so
And some
far.
people want that. Like the people who criticize Persona are like, well, I don't want the social link element because it's distracting from the thing. Then you have other people like me who are like, well, this is just anime. Like, I like this sort of shit. And every character is different. Oh, there we go. I personally didn't get into Persona, or, I mean, Persona didn't become a big deal in America until 3. And but really, I don't think it became a big deal until 5, to be honest, because Twitch, right? Because Twitch streams make such a big fucking difference now. More people are apt to play these things, and they're going to start with the game that is in the public consciousness, which is 5. But still, it's like, well, hot damn. You're telling me that they're re-releasing 3 and 4. Yeah, I get the fact that the port of 3 portable, it should have been fast, to be perfectly honest, but... Oh, he's after me. Well, shit.
There are 2 enemies.
Well, let's get rid of
Hang in
you.
there. Counting on you.
Ow! Suck! But really, Persona's whole thing is this system. If you're not a big fan of the JRPG stuff, Soul Hackers really doesn't offer
This one's
that
very
much.
weak against electric.
SMT5 doesn't add a whole lot outside of the fighting. Because if you want this battle system and messing with the battle system and working with the battle system and trying new things, that's what SMT is for. That's what Persona 5 Strikers, in a way.
Archangel.
That's what that game's for.
It's down. Should we
And I'm not saying that every game needs to have a million fucking side quests and a million different things and trying every goddamn thing on the planet. No.
Couldn't quite beat it.
If you're gonna do that, do that after the game, like Final Fantasy X, because there's 2 types of games: Final Fantasy X story and then Final Fantasy X optional content.
Cool, you leveled up.
It's honestly absurd how much stuff there is. But again, it is optional stuff.
There are 2 enemies. Hang in there.
And I totally understand it. The social link stuff is not optional, in a way.
It's not going down.
That didn't work to my satisfaction.
2 enemies. Charge through them.
But you also have to understand from the perspective of,
Enemy
why am I
reinforcements.
fighting these
Hurry,
guys?
beat them.
I don't have the SP anymore. I don't really want to use a snuff soul right now. I'm gonna want that. I'm just gonna run.
Okay, I'll look for an opening for you. 3 enemies left.
Alright. Well, I knocked him down at least.
Attacks look painful.
So at least he won't hit me.
Couldn't quite beat it.
Oh, there.
There we go,
Now's
cool.
your chance to run.
Because they're gonna summon more of those dudes. But you also have to understand what the social link system does. If it was a social link system just to do social link stuff, I don't know if it would be as fun. Oh, okay, so they took away the save point here, and they just added the get the fuck out sort of thing. Yeah, okay. So do not do that. Do I have the go homes though? I got 3. Okay. I'm just gonna have to make sure to buy go homes. Let's see, persona-wise, I've got Fornius, which is Bufu. Not great, but it's there. I'm gonna do... Yeah, I'm gonna leave for today. I'm gonna use one more day as the leveling up and getting the personas that I want.
Welcome home.
And then I'm gonna fight my way through it. But again, I think Persona is one of those things where if you don't enjoy the social link system, that's fine. But it is a major component of the game. And the game is going to tell you to do it. And they give you mechanical benefits for doing so.
Yo!
And it is a bit of a restriction because they base the game around the year-long structure. Oh, man. One thing is they'll do the thing from the side. If they come from the left, they ask you directly. Other days, they won't. But yeah, I'm going to be focusing in on getting Yukiko saved more than anything else right now. So I'm going to get these items first. I've got Go Homes, which is good. I need a persona with Mania more than anything else, and something that's resistant to fire. I think Oberon's both, but I'm not sure quite yet. It should be. It's the one I tend to use. But also getting new armor and shit's gonna help. Increase... No. Is there anything else I can sell? Aha! Well, I don't need that. I don't need that, so... I am not selling this. I think I need these for the lady in the shop. Let's see here. Oh man. Okay. I think I need armor though. Oh yeah, I need armor. Oh yeah, I need these. Well, that's not perfect, but at least somebody's got a thing. Alright, let me get... Let me see if I can get anything from her. Got revival beads. Yeah. This'll help. Yeah, I'm gonna want that. I don't have media for a while. So that's gonna help me in a boss fight. But yeah, while I'm here, might as well spend a little time talking. Finish up my thought before we go do that. How do I put this? The way I feel about Persona is that this was my Final Fantasy replacement. And you also have to understand that at the time that I was watching this, I was in a kind of a transition period where anime was starting to take over for most of the other media that I was watching. So you're basically having me play a slice of life anime, but you have all the trappings of a JRPG that were going on. So imagine what I feel like knowing that I'm basically replaying an anime or inserting myself into an anime story with all the trappings and some of the cliches, of course, because other games don't always go that far. This is for anime fans in a way, and again, it's not strictly for it, but it has a lot of the story beats and concepts and all those things. Final Fantasy's always been kind of a happy medium where they'll do a lot of weird Japanese shit, but they'll focus in on kind of the Western audience. But the gameplay was still built on the foundation of that traditional turn-based style. Now that, Final Fantasy has said, we're going to play a Final Fantasy game a lot like a Devil May Cry, or a Kingdom Hearts game, or a Secret of Mana, or a Tales of Arise type game, or a dodge-heavy action RPG system. I'm never going to get over the fact that the series started as a traditional turn-based game like this one does. That's why, yes, you have Yakuza that was a brawler and now it's turned into Dragon Quest. But Yakuza has maintained the trappings of the super weird and the super weird stuff that they do in the side stories to counteract all of the crazy Yakuza shit in the sub-story, in the main story. But it also has other things like, Grand Theft Auto elements or open world, so you have distractions and things. I don't necessarily know if Final Fantasy does a lot of the distractions and side questing stuff anymore. The time they tried was Final Fantasy 15, where they were like, stick with the main story. Final Fantasy's attempt at a battle system is fine. The remake is fine, I guess. But I'm a creature of habit, and I'm not really sure that their system is what I'd look for in an action RPG. If I'm looking for an action RPG, I'm going for something simplistic, like Ys, that is more reaction-based. And, Final Fantasy's dodge-heavy, but they do a lot of, switching around, and you get your ass kicked. And then their boss fights are fucking ridiculous, because they're programmed based on the stagger system, So, for me, I love this. This is what I grew up on with Final Fantasy, and now that they've switched, it's weird. Dragon Quest may someday switch to it. I sure as fuck hope not, because Dragon Quest, even more so than Final Fantasy, is steeped in traditions. And I think they learned from their free movement bullshit that, no, it doesn't work if you're not going to give me a mechanical advantage to do free movement. Persona could have done that system, and they tried with stuff like Strikers, but it was a spin-off game. I think what sells still can be a game like this, if it's properly made. And that's kind of my main point. Final Fantasy always changes around, but they're always kind of fucking with their own system game to game to try and appeal to some weird mass of people that may or may not like their game, while still trying to make us, the fans of the games, still enjoy them. But they're monkeying around with the system, so we can't get comfortable with what system they're trying. That's because everybody's been playing them and is doing different things and wants to do a different thing, whether it's the developers, the publishers, or just public opinion. But then you have games like Persona 5 that come along and sell millions of copies. I think it was like 5 to 7 million at this point. And there's still a market for that. And it's not just older curmudgeons like me, old as in 37, but I have 30 years experience with these types of games. It's like, this is comfort. And there's something to be said about playing a comfortable game that isn't trying to buck the trend. That's why stuff like Xenoblade never really got to me. I might still play a Xenoblade game. I played 2 and enjoyed it well enough, but I'm not like bowled over. Give me Xenosaga. That game has its own problems too, but again, hopefully, now that I'm done with Secret of Mana, and I'm doing stuff like Legend of Gaia, sure, I'm only a passenger on that playthrough, but now that I'm back in JRPG turn-based JRPG, I'll get into that in a different video, turn-based situation, I think I'll be in a much happier place, in a much happier mood, and I think it will translate to these videos being a lot better, because my mood does kind of dictate how things go. But sorry for trailing off for a few extra minutes. I wanted to finish that thought before finishing this video. I might spend another video talking about the JRPG thing from last week, because that's also a thing. So I need another day to level up some more. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to one more level up, and then we'll fight Yukiko in the episode after next. That should be fair. But I'll see you guys next time.